your profits. Right now, you can save 20% off Truck Stop Load Board Pro for 6 months. The best tool for serious carriers. Don't miss out. Click the link in the description to get 20% off Load Board Pro for 6 months. Need capital to grow your business or cover unexpected expenses? Rock Financial has your back. Whether you're looking for a flexible line of credit, a fast cash advance, or tailored working capital solutions, Rock Financial makes it simple to get funded, often in as little as 24 hours. No hidden fees, an easy application, and real support from people who know the business. Ready to take your hustle to the next level? Tap the link in the description to get started with Rock Financial today. Wish insurance was this easy? With LogRock, it's like magic. Real coverage appears when you need it. No tricks. Get covered now. Click the link in the description.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up? Come on in, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. Let's get this show on the road. If you are in need of commercial insurance for your semi-truck, cargo, van, or box truck business, there's a link in the description below for LogRock. Make sure you guys click that link in the description. Up for renewal, looking for a cheaper commercial insurance solution. This next go around, there's a link in the description for you. Make sure you tap in with LogRock. Channel sponsor. Come on in, guys. Make sure you guys click that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications.
Sway.
Shout out to Box Truck Mitch. Box Truck Mitch, where you been at, man? Where you been at, man? How you doing? Shout out to Chris P. Shout out to Kobe in the building. Who's this? Shout out to Ashani Bell. What's up? What up? Shout out to Box Truck Dan in the building. Shout out to Kelvin representing the crib. Shout out to all the MGM gang members. I think we got the biggest community. We do got the biggest community. I can say that confidently. We can shout out to the biggest community in the box truck sphere. Who else we got? Shout out to Sage in the building. Was just having a debate with Sage over in his Discord. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him, his channel and his Discord. You know, he likes to talk political stuff, and he doesn't understand the black algorithm. So I was over there trying to explain to him plights are different. His plight, my plight, different plights. You dig what I'm saying? He tried to explain to me something. I was hearing it, but I wasn't hearing it. You know what I'm saying? It was going in one ear. I was processing it, and then it was going out the other ear. But shout out to him. What's going on? Shout out to Justin in the building. CTR, what's up? Chris P says, hi. What is that? Hope all are great and having a great holiday. Yeah, same to you and your family. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to CTR Logistics. Shout out to V Styles in the building. Who is this? Dwayne Goldburn says Jamaicans are here. Shout out to all the Jamaicans in the building. Shout out to Freeman Freight. All right, boom. Let's get this show on the road. This is Christmas week. If you can't tell, this is Christmas week on the Mark the Mentor channel. We tried to do it Christmassy. I had some poinsettias. I bought 4 poinsettias to set up, and I never set them up and really haven't watered them, so they're dying. I guess I could go set them up. But anyway, I'll probably set them up or buy some new ones. Maybe I'll go to Home Depot and buy some new poinsettias to kind of put up here and make it a little bit more Christmassy. But we got the lights going. We did the red and green theme lights, so we got red and green lights all around. All right, we got red and green. So we're going to try to, make it a little Christmassy around here. But today is a call-in show. I'm going to do a call-in show because I just really didn't have the time to prepare a topic today. Today is just, I woke up to phone calls. It's Christmas week, so you already know. You know how it go. Christmas week, you start getting those calls and those requests, man. Can you help me out, man? It's I started getting them early this morning, and I had some running around to do. I had a couple of emails to respond to. So I really just didn't get a chance to prepare a show, and you see I'm kind of late. So what we're going to do is let's open the phone lines. I was going to actually do a call-in show last night because I said I was going to do one before the holiday. It's been about a month, and man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just didn't feel like it last night. I ain't gonna hold you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an express call-in show right now. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to open it up both for voice and for video. All right. We're gonna open it up for both voice and video. So let me turn on video. Let me put that link here. Video call in. Let's do video call in there. And then let's put that here. And let's do video call in. Let's pin that. Pin the video call in. And then let's do this for the phone number. All right, so boom, you got your options today. We're gonna do it. We're gonna give you your option. You could either call or you could click the linkage. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Phone number is on the screen. This is call-in show. We talked cargo van. We talked box truck over the course of the last 2 weeks. Cargo van, box truck. What else did we talk? Did we talk predatory lending since the last call-in? Whatever we covered with the last call-in or whatever we talk about. You won't smoke? I got smoke for you too. You dig what I'm saying? It's just because it's Christmas, we ain't locked and loaded. Don't mean we not locked and loaded. I got smoke for you too. If you got smoke, I got that too. Caller, you on the line.
I'm calling from the Trump administration. See if we can get any donations for Trump 2028.
I done donated. Listen, I got hit with 2 calls before 9 o'clock for loans. I'm loaned out for the day. You got to catch me tomorrow, pimp.
What? I mean, I'm trying to establish money for Trump 2028 run. You know, he needs his money to support your donations. So we can get the immigrants out of Chicago.
I do 2 loans a day, 2 donations a day, and I've already hit my threshold.
You've already reached your peak donation process.
Yeah, because I know I'm going to get hit tomorrow. It's getting too close.
I want to ask an honest question though.
Yeah.
In your opinion, and in your crew's opinion, should I cover more logistics, supply chain, and geopolitical than just political? And geopolitical would be like Belt Road Initiative and other countries and what's going on with trade and stuff like that. Should I cover overdimensional like logistics? Should I rebrand my channel?
Talking on your channel?
Yeah, should I rebrand my channel?
I think that is too niche within a niche.
Too niche within a niche. Trying to rebrand. I'm trying to rebrand with something that I think do.
If you're going to talk trucking, you should just talk trucking on a general level. I think that right there, overdimensional. You can do topics on that from time to time, but if you want to build your channel just on that, I think it's too niche within a niche. Not that many people do overdimensional. So although
that's where the logistics portion comes in too. Like I can also do logistics and brokering aspect, right? Like what the broker's doing. Like you're doing trucking, box trucking, your niche. If I could do my niche, which is overdimensional broker and logistics, supply chain. I think even if I lose a bunch of people, I'm just thinking it's time for me to make a change.
Just talk trucking. I mean, I think you should just talk trucking. I think you should go over to accountability. You're already doing political accountability and debate, so I would just keep that same style just in trucking. You're already
because I have pictures of a load that just loaded. Like I have pictures of a guy who just loaded one of my loads that I showed people in here, and we all agreed that it was the worst securement I've ever seen. I'm never going to hire this guy again. I had to literally tell him how to secure this. And I think showing stuff like that on there saying, hey, what's the problem with this load right here? Tell me this is a load that got done. And I have some reaction videos to do. I think I'm going to start doing that and then go horizontal rather than vertical. Because I'm running out of room. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What do you think?
I think you should do what if you want to build your channel. I think you should do something that is going to educate people, but also I got to be honest with you. More people are concerned about entertainment than education, bro. So you got to figure out a way to put the medicine in the candy.
I can put the medicine in the candy. I can talk like what's her name? Nicki Minaj. What's her name?
Nicki.
I could become a blondie. What are those called? What are they called?
Dumb blonde.
Barbie. I could become a Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also had this conversation backstage in the thing. I don't understand her, Mickey Lamaj. How's her name?
Yeah.
Minaj. I'm bad with names, anyways. So we could do a cover of that. I could cover that type thing, right? What do you think? Too much?
But that's not logistics. That's political.
Well, true. That's true. Well, I don't know. Is it political, to be completely honest? All right. I'm going to let your callers call in with trucking since I put that information out there. And I'm bad with names. All right. Let's see who else calls in. I'll call back later and see if I can get a donation for the Trump Foundation.
I don't donate to political people.
Well, Trump's not really political. He's an entertainer.
I don't give people that got more money than me money.
Oh.
If you got more money than me, I'm not donating the shit. Why would I give a person that got more money than me let me take that back. Let me take that back. A person who is a multi-billionaire money.
Yeah.
I don't like for politics, and I'm not really a political person like that. Like I really I'm only get involved when stuff starts to direct me effectively. But for the most part, I'm not really a political person because at the end of the day, no matter who's in office, I still got to get it. You know, I've lived through Democrats, I've lived through Republicans, I lived through some good, some bad, all the same, whatever. And at the end of the day, the bills kept coming. So it don't matter to me either way.
So what about the Taylor Swift fund? You going to donate to the Taylor Swift fund?
I'm not a Taylor Swift because every time she comes to Chicago, I live right by the arena, the Soldier Field, and it's complete chaos around here. You can't move.
All right. Well, let's get back to trucking because I'd like to know about this box truck cargo van thing of 2026. Let's hear these calls. I want to know who's better. Good luck.
Thanks.
See ya.
All right. Phone line is open 312-772-5483. 312-772-5483. And the link is pinned in the description if you want to do a video call. It's a call-in show. I don't really have nothing to talk about because it's a call-in show. I'm waiting for people to call in. A bunch of people called in the other day, so now's your time. And I'm not going to be here all day. I can tell you that much. So we're going to do a couple hours, maybe 2-3 hours. And then I got to skedaddle. Probably not going to be many people because it's Christmas too. People are probably traveling, trying to get home. So, let me see. Yellow. Hello?
I was just calling in.
Yeah, you got to first turn the TV off in the background because we hear the delay.
I got you.
Hello? Yeah, you got to first turn the TV off in the background.
All right, so I'm just getting my business started. I'm in DFW. I'm still
stop. That's how you call somebody and you just get straight to it. You don't say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is so."
Oh, I didn't know. My bad. I didn't even know. I thought I was talking to like a person before that was gonna chime me in.
No, you talking?
Oh, but yeah. What's up, Mark? What's up, man? I'm with Freedom Straight, and I've been watching your show. I had actually commented on your one of your posts the other day, and but yeah, I was just trying to get with you. I know, like I said, I'm new to the business. I'm still learning a lot. I am in school and stuff, so I'm kind of like doing a big transition. I do have a whole business plan set out. I do be watching your videos, and I'm still studying like economics. Am I an expert or specialist in it yet? No, I'm still actually learning. So I was trying to basically see if it would still be wise to start it up in 2026 or try to wait until like the market and stuff start to look a little bit better. Like I said, I'm in DFW area. I know you're in Chicago. I don't know if you know too much about what's going on in Texas or not.
You say you in the DFW?
Yeah,
So-
Dallas, Texas. Well, Plano to be exact.
So what would you wait on? You said wait for it to get better. What's better? What does that look like?
Like I guess the market, just because I want to do like Final Mile, but I'm also wanting to like get contracts. I'm not trying to be on that board, that low board thing.
Final mile market is fine. Nothing wrong with the final mile market.
Okay,
Pretty
okay.
consistent. It's always going to be consistent.
Okay, yeah, because I was checking out that, like I was looking for like basically the competition that's in my area, and it's really not too much competition outside the big brand.
It's competition in DFW. I don't know where you heard that. What do you mean there's no competition? Dallas is one of the top.
No, I'm saying well, I'm meaning as far as like when I'm looking at the Amazon, like I used to work for Star AC, and they kind of do like box trucking and stuff. So, but they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not competitors, but they're not.
You said you did work for who?
Like Star AC.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can continue. I just wanted to catch the company.
Yeah. So they that's kind of where I learned most of my stuff from. I've been in box trucking for a minute. I work with them and Instagram. I kind of mirrored from them.
Okay. So what you said you want to know, should you get in or should you wait? I'm trying to figure out, if you wait, what are we waiting on? What would be your reason to wait? You said for the market to get better. Right?
Yeah, I'm because like I said, I'm still in a learning process. Like, so I know I'm not in a position of saying that I know it all. So I want to make sure that I'm making these right decisions. So I don't want to basically make all these decisions by myself, because really right now my team, I don't have a team right now. I'm building completely from scratch. It's just me.
That's how most people start. So how old are you?
I'm 31.
So what is your plan so far?
Right now I'm working with an academy to kind of help me fund it. So I'm doing some teaching on the side at this academy school to help me get basically the rest of the money that I need, because I've been talking with like a SBA in Fort Worth, Texas, and he basically just told me to get my business plan together, and I did that, and I went back and gave it to him, and he actually felt like my business plan was good. I had everything mapped out. He was just shocked that I was able to make this out by myself. So I was like, yeah. So he went and put me in touch with another lender.
So you get an SBA loan to start this business?
Not necessarily. I mean, that's an option for me. That's not the route that I'm just choosing, because I'm also like, well, I think if I can accumulate enough money, then by myself, with working where I'm working at, then I can just start it up with myself.
Okay. Well, how much?
So that's another option.
Business plan as far as funding, how much?
From if I was to get a loan from them, I would want like, I guess, $75,000 to myself. I feel like just me going to go get the truck.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah, you did.
For a person who don't know what to do with it, ain't it?
I mean, I pretty well know what to do. I'm just need like.
So tell me what's in your plan, because if you gave them a plan, then you should be able to. Because if you gave them a plan, that means you got a plan on what to do with the money. You ask for the money.
Yeah. Oh no, if I get the funding for what I'm doing, then I'm straight, because I know I can go get my truck, I can go get my insurance, I can go finish doing the whole license and getting straight with the state of Texas. I can go hire my team that I already done got my seats registered and what they need to do, the responsibilities, what I'm looking for y'all to accomplish through a week, through the month. This is what we're doing in the first 6 months. I need to be looking like this by the end of the year. I can start putting all that into play.
You didn't tell me what your plan was. I asked you what the plan was, bro.
As far as me,
you asked
getting the money.
What should you do within next year, or should you wait? So I'm asking you what the plan is. You said you came up with a business plan to submit to the SBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a loan, right?
Correct.
So within that plan, you had to have a scope of action of how you're going to appropriate the money, right?
Correct. That's what that's why I feel like I'm explaining. As far as, like I said, getting the truck and finishing the whole registering through the state. I already got my LLC, but I got to do the MC number and the DOT number.
So what type of truck we talking? What type of truck we talking?
26-foot box truck liftgate.
Year, make, and model.
2000, anything from 2000. I want to go with something old. My idea is 2012 to 2018.
What budget?
For the truck, $25,000.
Okay. What else you gonna spend the money on?
My staffing.
And
then like
staffing, what that look like?
Right now, I'm looking to outsource. I've been talking to like these people that do like tax prep, to do bookkeeping.
So when you say outsource, I'm trying to figure out what we talking about. Like office? You talking about labor in the field? Talk to me.
It's like outsourcing like to. It's another company that deals with like helping people with their accounting and bookkeeping side.
I'm talking about when you say staffing for in what aspect? What are we staffing for?
For my like the positions as far as like a dispatcher or a CFO.
What you need a CFO for?
To like with my contract, to help with my contract, like the contract procurement part, basically, mostly.
Why you need a dispatcher?
A dispatcher it's an optional thing. It's not something I absolutely
want to do
need.
final mile. What do you need a dispatcher for? The work is there every day. Guaranteed.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not the dispatcher. I'm giving you the whole scope. Me needing a dispatcher, I'm not thinking I'm going to need want a dispatcher when I just freshly jump in. As far as the staffing, that's going to be like a part of my staffing in the next couple of years, 3, 2.
But so we talking about off the gate, off the rip. What we talking
about?
Off
the rip.
Because even 2 or 3 years, what you need a CFO for? You planning on being Fortune 500 in a year or two? Why you need a chief financial officer?
Not full time, just like part time as well.
Why do you need one at any time? Why do you need a chief financial officer?
I just want to make sure I get everything done outside of my, like, I guess from just my view on things, because I know I don't know it. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm never going to be up to a point where I know everything.
But do you understand what a chief financial what a chief financial officer is and what they do, and when it's necessary versus when it's not?
I have an idea. Like I said, I that's why I'm asking. Like, well, that's why I wanted someone that I can talk to outside of my professors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want. Yeah, that's why I want to get with you outside of my professors. They don't really know logistics like that. And like I said, I'm still.
Well, we not talking logistics right now. We talking just business. When we talking financial officer, we talking just general, business. So I'm trying to figure out what's the purpose, because if you said you wrote it in there, I want to know why did you write it in there. In order for me to help you, I need to understand why you did and why you doing what you're doing.
Like I said, just if I'm not only doing just final mile, if I'm going out to trying to get contracts with different businesses, like business to business, then I have to basically define a scope. Or even if I outsource something and I need somebody to help me with something, me defining the scope and the terms, my idea was that a CFO kind of helps with those things.
No, a CFO is a chief financial officer.
Okay.
A CFO is not going outsourcing contracts. A CFO is a person that's dealing with the finances. They're dealing with the money.
Okay.
A chief financial officer is someone that holds that title. First of all, like a small company wouldn't need a CFO. A person who's not generating a certain amount of money and they just have people in those positions, they're just doing it just to just say they doing it just because it sounds good. Any legitimate CFO is not making anything less than 6 figures. So if you're telling me you want to get a loan for 75, what person that's a credible CFO is finna do anything for less than $100,000?
That's why I was looking into it.
Here's the thing. Hold on. What do you need a CFO for? a chief financial officer, you're talking about big companies, Fortune 500 companies that are dealing with multi-millions, where there's just a lot of money coming through
Correct.
there. So they have a person that's up there making a bunch of money to manage the money.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, I did check into like the salary and how much they pay. So what you're saying to me completely makes sense, and I completely understood that part. That's why I was like, okay, well, I don't think I need some of these things. If I do, then okay, I see what that would look like. If I don't, then here's what it may look like. So I'm just been going down all these different avenues because I haven't really been in the field myself. I've been on the sideline over here just watching and observing. That's a lot of things that I could be missing and stuff like that. So before even me making this big step, it's a lot of things that I would even like to know just in case I can keep myself from excuse my language, from messing myself in the end, you know.
So what you said outsourcing? That was something else you said. You said you gonna outsource your what did you say? Outsource your
bookkeeping.
no for the people to work the staffing, right?
Yeah, that's part of that's what I meant.
When you
was
say
that
staffing,
part, like,
what type of staffing? Like what roles for staffing? What roles are we talking about?
just those seats. Like other than that, I don't feel like I have any other things. Like I'm gonna be the driver. So when I'm talking like I said, like a bookkeeper, you know,
So listen to
or an accountant.
you're saying. You're gonna drive the truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do final amount, so you're gonna need a helper. So I want you to think about what you're saying, bro. A lot of the things can be solved with just just thinking. You're gonna hire somebody to be a CFO of a company, a startup company that hasn't generated any money, and you're gonna pay them more, and you're in the field trying to build the company starting up. So if you're in the truck, what's your title gonna be?
Basically, the owner operator. I'm trying to get out the truck as well. My plan was to get out the truck as quick as possible. Like I said, none of these things are set in stone. I also have another vision of, well, hey, if I do step out and I don't drive, period, I do hire a driver. What are all these things gonna look like?
I'm gonna be
That's
honest
basically
with you.
what I've been doing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You ready for it? I know it's Christmas week, so I don't know. You might want to call back.
No, I'm not. I got tough skin. So
you might want to call back after Christmas. You did what I'm saying because I don't want to.
Give it to me strong. Give it to me strong. Hey, give it to me strong. I'm a straight up guy, bro. I promise you. I can promise you that.
Listen.
I'm not gonna cry.
Check it out. Listen, you gonna be in that truck. You gonna be in that truck. What you mean? Get up out that truck as quick as possible.
Okay.
How you gonna build a business if you don't know what you got to be in the field? How you gonna know how to train people and understand your business if you never been out there? At least a year.
Absolutely.
2, get these CFOs and stuff out your head. This ain't that type of business. What you think you building SpaceX or something? You finna be in the field getting dirty, lifting shit. What are you talking about, a CFO? I ain't never had a CFO a day in my life. Why would I pay somebody to do some shit that I can do?
You could do. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, you the CFO. That shit just there go my CFO. I got me a CFO.
That makes sense.
That's goofball shit. It's just some shit just to do to make shit sound like you bigger than what you are. You don't need that shit for what?
100.
Matter of fact, I never even had a CEO. I've never been the CEO of nothing. I never make myself the CEO of any business. Only the president.
Okay.
I'm not into titles. Titles that get you fucked up out here in these streets. I've never been the person that needs a title. I'm just the president. I'm CEO. Like these motherfuckers walking around CEO owner. Man, dude, I'm trying to blend in as much as possible. I'm trying to blend in, not stand out.
Okay, so when you first going in and you do have your truck, and like I said, you don't have any, but like no admins, none of this.
How? What, bro? Starting a business, your resources are limited, bro. Like the whole
Correct.
purpose is to save money. You don't have the resources to pay all. The more people you bring in, especially from a professional level, is the more money you spending. Professional level
Correct.
people with titles demand money. If you said, Mark, I need help, man, can you be my CFO? I'm gonna give you a ticket. And the ticket that it's going to take for me to be your CFO is going to be more money than you have to pay me. You say you looking for a loan for 75.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
transparent with
CFO
you.
for less than 75. My fee is going to be well over $100,000.
Okay, I'm gonna be transparent with you. The whole reason why I even once again looked into those options is because, like I said, I'm going in here. I don't have any like experience as far as that. As far as learning, I'm gonna pick up on learning and stuff very quickly. So my thing was like, so for instance, with accounting, I can count. I know how to do math and stuff, but I never looked at books and checked books and stuff like that. Yes, I'm doing it in school and stuff, and that's good practice for me. But actually, lively, once I get in here, I don't really have the time to. Well, I probably do, but in my mind right now, I don't feel like I'm gonna have to play this back, or I'm gonna have to do this right here. So a lot of stuff gonna have to be on point from day one.
You say you don't have the time to
I
do
mean,
what?
I ain't gonna say I don't have the time, but you know, it's gonna be like you're in a game. Like you should have been in practice, which I have practiced, but it's once again once you get in the field and you in there, you gotta run it.
Bro, get you some money, find you a helper, come in as low cost of entry as possible, operate lean, keep your books together, delay your gratification, make sacrifices, and build your business. Like all this CFO stuff, I could tell you really don't know much, and you kind of, and most people don't, as far as it pertains to, what you're
Books
getting
and stuff.
into.
Yeah, accounting.
Business is very complex.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that come into business, they don't understand business. I could tell you don't understand business, but I'm gonna tell you this. You need to understand business. So if you need to pick up some books, maybe take up some of these free lectures that like MIT, I think they got a business course that they offer free on YouTube. It's a little dated, it's not current. I think it's dated. I think it was MIT. But a lot of that 101 general intro to business, intro to economics. This is stuff that's surface level, but it even though it's dated, it's still information that you can utilize to get you in the right frame of mind. Because I could tell you're just basing things from business off of just things you see in passing instead of what's actually going to be needed for what you're doing. You don't need all this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I needed a connect that it's already inbox truck and it's already that I had that like I said experience. Like I don't like I said I ain't looking for no sob story, no pity. I don't know nobody,
But nobody knew nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know
It's
nobody.
cool. That's why I'm trying to make connections. That's why
So,
I'm
but
out here
here's the
talking
thing. Here's the
and
thing.
opening my mouth.
I hear what you're saying, but you can't depend on nobody neither, bro.
You're right.
So when I started, none of this shit existed. There was no Mark. There was no Vic. There was no Kirk. There was no Entre Mike. Like influencership didn't even exist. There was none of this shit. Like you either had to really know somebody in the real world or you had to go read books like textbooks, or you had to have some type of education in business from schooling or somebody you knew that could walk you through it. So, a lot of people don't know nobody. You have to educate yourself on shit.
That's
I understand. So I think your mindset of coming into business, in this business, I think you thinking too high of what's needed and what's expected. Like you need to come back down a little to reality, to be honest with you. Now, as far as the SBA, I wasn't going to be the one to tell you this. but I see they already said it in the chat, so I guess I might as well. The likelihood of getting an SBA loan is, especially for this. Getting a loan for business in general is low. Most places don't loan money because of the risk. The likelihood of you failing is way higher than succeeding. That's why most lending institutions want to see you hit phase 2 of growth as far as a business, and that's survival. That's why they have 2-year and 3-year stipulations.
Okay.
So,
like I said, man, I'm just
my suggestion would be to work, save up the money, and go about things that way while you're researching the industry. As far as coming in next year, that all depends on the individual. You said when the market gets better. To me, the best time to come into a business is when things are bad.
Okay.
Why would you want to come in when things are good? Your cost of entry are going to be higher. You're going to be fighting against a bunch of other people that follow trends. You want to get in and sustain while the cost of entry is low. And if you can sustain when things are bearish and not good, when the bubble or the boom does come again, if you've been able to sustain when things are down profitably, you're going to do better as things get better in the market, right? So, but you already have a footprint. You already be in. So when all the trend people, the people that are following trends come in, you already have a stronghold and a footprint in the marketplace, and that won't be your competition.
Okay, like I said, man, I appreciate your time, bro. I really do. Like I said, I'm gonna continue watching you. I'm gonna
I
continue
don't
to get
think you
more
understood
game.
what I just said. I think you kind of brushing me off, big dog.
No, I'm not brushing you up. Like I said, I do understand what you're saying. I understand that I need to get in and look deeper into what I'm actually trying to get myself into. He's telling me to leave all this other stuff out, like I have a fairy tale, basically a fairy tale image, which that's what I said. That's why I'm
Not
looking
a
out for
fairy
it.
tale image, but I think your mindset of building a business is too advanced for what it is that you actually getting into. What you getting
Correct.
into is not Fortune 500, bro. When you get to talking CFOs and things like that, bro, like you're not coming in, you're not building a business that is that layered to the point where you need
that extra help.
These
Right.
types of executives. Like, think about this. If you're driving a truck, you're still in the field beginning driving a truck, but then you got an executive CFO position. A person who has a business where they got executive CFO, chief financial officer, chief information officer, chief technology officer, chief operating officer, CEO.
You gotta pay them people heavy money.
It's not about just paying them. That means there's so much infrastructure in that business that you have executives that high up to cover certain aspects or to oversee certain aspects of that business. If it's just you that's on the truck and one truck, you're everything.
That makes sense. Like I'm not against that. I don't think that's a bad idea. I was just looking because I knew I needed as far as actively doing like some bookkeeping. Like I said, I have the experience that I have from my schooling. I'm gonna need more than that. And then once again, they can only help me to a limit. They haven't been in box trucking, so they're not showing me what it looks like from a box trucking.
Who is they?
standpoint.
Who are you talking about?
Like my instructors, or like when I take a class or something like that, they explain it to me and to try to suit it for my field. But I need it exactly. Me, I'm a hands-on person, so it's like
a CPA doesn't need to be in trucking to understand books. If you got debit, you got debits and credits. if everything's streamlined in one account, you give the CPA your statements, they're going to be able to differentiate credits and debits to be able to do your books. It's not like I could do the books of anything. The only thing I'm looking at is debits and credits. And if there's something that I can't differentiate, I'm going to call. Yo, what was this purchase on this day at this time at this location? What was this? Oh, we bought this. Okay, boom. Now I know what it is. It's a debit, and I know how to categorize it when I go to when I itemize it under debits. Oh, this is fuel. This
That right, yeah, that right there. That exactly. That, yeah, okay. So this, it's those type of details are the details that I'm furthering looking for basically.
Well,
that's kind of like
you're going to have to be able to do that. That's something that you're going to have to be able to do as well. And you can't just go with just outsourcing. Like, you should know how to keep your books for your business as well. So you got one truck, and as you're on it, like, you should be able to, understand bookkeeping on a very, entry level basis. So you can't, like, your whole thing is outsource because you use that word a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And you keep saying, well, I don't know. You're going to have to know, bro. That's the thing. You're going to have to know. You're going to have to sit down, buckle down, get you some books. Look, I know this stuff. Let me show you something. Give me a second. You're gonna have to. Oh man, but hello, can you see me? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to start educating yourself. I was in Five Below like a week or two ago, and I go in there because I like to, they got these Swedish fish I like in a flavor that I never seen before, but they got a lot of books in there. So I picked up these 3 books. I'm probably not gonna read them because I went to school for business, so I already took this. But they had like a big thing of books, and whenever I see books, I always just see what they got. But they had some basic entry-level books. They had Economics 101. It's $5. They had Investing 101. It's $5. They had Personal Finance. Every educational book they got, $5. I pretty much grabbed it, even though I'm not gonna read it, and I took all these entry-level courses in college. But when I was just scanning through them, these are updated. They're talking about investing. There's crypto. When I was in college back in the 90s. Crypto didn't exist, right? So this is more up to date. So I'll probably read the investing one, and I'll probably scan through the economics one. But I just picked them up just to have, because it's talking. I was in college 20-some years ago, so this is more current. I might scan through this one now that I'm looking at it. But you can pick up entry-level 101 books for $5 at Five Below.
Okay.
So like we're in an age now where information is all around you. It's not as hard to source like it was back in the day, bro.
No, it's not. Like I said, I'm in school for business right now. For
business what?
For business. For project management though.
So you're in school for project management, but
yeah, business project management. Yes.
Why would you take project?
Like I said, that's before I didn't always say, oh, I'm gonna be in a box truck. I was in school.
But I'm just saying that wouldn't general business be more entry level? Because you have to understand basic business 101s. project management is, you know.
Well, like I didn't have the idea of doing my box shop
No.
before
But so you wanted to do another business?
No. When I got in school, I was knowing that I wanted to own my own business, and I wanted to get in school. Like I said,
Okay, so if you knew you wanted to own your own business, you should have managed in general business. You need to understand general business before you can understand project management.
Okay, well, like I said, I maybe did it backwards. That's why I'm looking for.
First of all, I'm getting you there. I hear what you're saying, bro, but all right, you got it, bro. You got it.
Nah, I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from with it.
I hear you, and I'm telling you that in order to understand project management, you have to study general, your 101s, your intro to business.
Okay. And I don't disagree with that.
Your intro to economics, your microeconomics, your macroeconomics.
Okay.
So that's why they have 101 courses. In order to understand your 201s and your advanced levels, you gotta understand the basics first.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. One thing about it was I never was ashamed that I didn't know this. I'm looking for this information. I'm in a complete learning era right now, you know. So I'm not embarrassed about none of this.
So what I'm saying is, what I would do if I was you, I would go find some resources, whether it's online, and I would start finding all introduction to business resources that you can find for free. I just gave a gym, Five Below, got a bunch of 101 books for $5. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't beat that. Man, my OG was spending $100, $200 for textbooks back in the 90s. You can go get these books now for $5. So, you know, and I'm picking up books just to refresh myself.
Right, and I can feel that.
So, you know, if you coming in on the new, then you need all the knowledge. You gotta.
That's what I'm saying.
Use yourself. All right, so then you need, and I could just tell in conversation you haven't done the research because we wouldn't be talking about CFOs. We wouldn't be talking about that at all. So what I'm telling you is you need to go to root square one, the basics, Intro to Business 101. You need to find an Intro to Business 101 book.
Okay.
And start reading it.
Cool. I'll do that.
Any other questions?
No, that was it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your advice.
All right, bet.
All right, thank you.
312-772-5483, call-in show. Or we got the link. You can call in on the phone, or we got the video link pinned to the top of the chat. Video link pinned to the top of the chat. Phone number at the bottom of the screen, 312-772-5483. 312-772-5483. It's call-in show day. Video link pinned to the top. Phone number at the bottom. Sage says, send me one for Christmas. Sure. Send me your P.O. box. I'll send you one. They're only $5, so. Let me see. Uh, 312-772-5483 is the number, or the video link is pinned to the top of the chat. This dude sent me the address that quick. Let me see. See. Man, people got to stop thinking like this shit at the beginning is like this big conglomerate. executives and all this shit. No, bro. It ain't, no. Not like that. 312-772-5483, call-in show day. Got the call-in phone number, got the video link pinned to the top of the chat, however you want to do it. It's Christmas week. Christmas week on the channel, so we talking whatever you want to talk about. Today is the day. Whatever you want to talk about, today is the day. I got some people that DM me like always. It's crazy that all these people that DM me when I have these shows, they be scared to call up, bro. I don't understand it. I'm not finna be doing long messages back and forth. I can't do it, bro. I don't have the capacity to be messaging back and forth. You know, I'm not finna do all that. Sorry. Especially when I give you opportunities to call in or click the link. 312-772-5483. Line is open. What song was that on the intro? It was the Temptations, big dog. Come on, big dog. It was the Temps. You talking about this? Hold on. Talking about the Temptations. It's the Temptations. Some player shit right there, boy. You know, these young cats. Y'all, middle America, y'all ain't players. Y'all don't know how to get in the spirit with the player shit, bro.
Man, this is Rob, man. Glad to talk to you, man. Been listening to you for a while. But I had a question for you.
Yeah.
That's been rocking my brain. So I've been a 18-wheeler driver for about 2 years with a mega company, and I'm ready to, go out on my own and try to do my own thing. And I've been listening to you about the box truck thing. My question is about age and authority. So once you come on and, and
you say you
my
a
question
semi
is,
truck? Hold on. You say you in a semi truck?
yeah.
And you want to go to a box trucking?
Yeah. Because I have a cousin, a couple of cousins who they're trying to get into it as well. Like my family been thinking about getting into it. Everybody wants to get into. Nobody wants to drive a semi, but everybody wants to get into box trucking. So I do have a couple of cousins that want to get into it too. They're willing to, put their money to it and start a family business like that.
So you a company driver?
Yeah.
And you wanna you wanna stop being a company driver to CDL semi truck to get a box truck.
To get a box truck.
To do what?
Because I see the type of money that company drivers are really not making as much. Probably the same as a box truck.
That's not true.
That's what I've been hearing. I talk to different people on the road. It's not just me guessing. I actually stop people and talk to them. So when I've sat down and talked to a couple of drivers, and we, match numbers because, a lot of the company drivers and a lot of these companies, they're making like 50 cents a mile.
So you talking OTR? So, where you live at?
Well, right now I'm just been doing over the road.
Well, where are you from?
So, New York.
You from New York?
Yeah.
And you OTR?
Yeah.
Because I got homies here that's local that's making well over $100,000 and they sleep in their bed at night. See, so that's not true. That's not. Yeah. So when people say that, that's not true, bro. Because
everybody. I'm looking for. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking for where I can make the most money at and be at home as well. Because I don't really care for the over the road. I've been doing it for 2 years now. Missing in family and things like that. I'm willing to. You can tell I'm staying out here. Been out here for 2 years. So I'm about the money, but as far as where the money is, that's the thing. Like every company is different. So some companies you make more money with. Some companies you can be at home every night making, like you said, making more money. But it's all about where they are. I don't know where those are. Where I can go and make that kind of money and thing like that.
So you wanna start a box truck business because you thinking the earning potential is gonna be higher?
Yeah.
Over the road?
Yeah, either over the road or being able to, because like I said, my family, they pretty much want to come together and buy a few trucks. A couple of them want to work, want to start a business like that.
We gotta do one truck at a time, big dog. That's
Yeah.
that's another way a lot of people fail. They thinking big instead of mastering one truck. So we got to cross one bridge at a time, big dog. So based on where you at with it, what are you expecting to get out of one box truck?
Well, I'm expecting to basically start my own, be my own boss. That's number one. And I'm willing to stay out on the road and do what I have to do. But my question was about agent authority. So when you first start, I've been hearing that a lot of these companies won't mess with you because, of course, you're on the new. You new, so they, you have your authority is basically nothing. And a lot of these,
it's not true that it's basically nothing. There's some brokers that have a threshold, but there's
okay, but it's limited.
Mess with you.
I heard it was limited, and so it's limited. Like you basically getting the breadcrumbs at the bottom, versus age authority. So there's guys who say you can latch on to their authority while you're growing yours. So my question was, how does that work?
You just
how do you age yours? Huh?
You're gonna lease on to them, and they're gonna charge you for it. Simple as that.
They'll take a percentage of your money, but how do okay, so if you're underneath somebody else's authority, how do anybody see that you're working, like you work with other people since you're underneath somebody else? So how can you age your authority that way?
You're running for them. They're getting you better loads under their authority, bro. While you're waiting that 6 or 9 or whatever you waiting for yours to age, they're able to get you loads that you probably couldn't get on your own. So the benefit of that is their relationships and their authority age. All right. Me personally, I'm not an OTR guy. I don't, I'm from Chicago, bro. You in New York and you sitting up here talking to me about going over the road in the box truck. It's crazy to me, big dog. You're in a city with 9 million people.
Yeah.
So I me, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's opportunities there from a local level.
Yeah.
Where you can make a bet.
I'm not really trying to run out of New York. Yeah, huh? I'm not really trying to run out of New York. I'm trying to run out of Georgia because all of my family, they pretty much want to start there. They're there. So
here, let's go back to the family thing.
Yeah.
What does that got to do with you?
Because I don't have the capital right now. They do.
Here we go. So the family gonna put the money up and you gonna drive.
Right.
So
until I can buy my own truck and then so forth and so on.
You ain't been watching the channel that long, have you?
I've been listening.
We had plenty of these scenarios. We had one recently.
Okay.
I mean, your family may be a little bit different, but you know what I'm saying. So they gonna put the money up and then you gonna drive but y'all gonna split everything down the middle, right? 50.
No. So basically, I told them give me at least 6 months to give them their money back.
So they're gonna put the money up.
Yeah, they're gonna put the money up. They're not taking anything from me.
All right, let me ask you this, big dog. I'm gonna see where you at with it. With it, with your knowledge, how much you asking for.
So I've been looking into like used ones, different. I'm asking for 30.
You asked for $30. That's it?
Yeah, I'm asking for 30, and I have 20. I have 20 saved.
Okay, so you think you gonna run them back 30 and 6?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Okay.
I think I could do that.
What's your plan to do that?
Stay out here, keep on going. That's my plan. Just staying out here, just keep on going until I get where I need to be at. Oh man. So hold on.
Oh, he hung up. I asked him what the plan was. He said, "Hold on," and hung up. So for him to run him back 30 in 6 months, that's $5,000 liquid every month. So let's do the math on that real quick. He goes out here, he averages, let's say, a nickel a week gross, 20,000. Let's say for laughs and giggles, he operates on trying to make it where the math would make sense. 20% maybe. %. So another 5,000 he's running back. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see how he would be able to run him back a nickel a month liquid. Yeah, I think he would be putting himself under too much pressure to do that. I don't see that. Now, if he said a year, yes. 6 months, that's $5,000 gone. So even if he does run very, 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 very lean, there's his working capital right there. It's gone. It's gone. Averaging 20,000 a month, let's say working on a 20% profit margin, whatever working capital he got is gone because he's giving it to them. Now, if he said a year, that gives him some breathing room, right? It's not an aggressive payback that's taking all his working capital. He definitely wouldn't be able to pay himself. Yeah, I think the loan terms are too strict. Not saying that, okay, he can't do it. Yeah, of course he could do it with 30 if he got another 20. I think where he's going to fuck himself up at is saying he's going to pay him back in 6 months. That's where he's going to fuck himself up at. That's where you're going to fuck yourself up at. Yep. Yeah, he hung up. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it. Because that's what I was finna tell him. That's why I was doing the math in my head. Let's say he operating average 5 a week. That's 20. Let's say he operating on a 25% profit margin. Even if he operating on a 20% profit margin, that 5, that leaves him upside down a month. That leaves him upside down. So, I don't know. I think the loan payback is too aggressive. Yeah, he would be in the negative by about a G a month. He would be in the negative on a 20% profit. I'm doing the math in my head. It would put him in running in the negative about a G a month. Let me see, because 10, 20, that's 4,000 plus the 5 loan. But he would be working, if my numbers, he'd be working about $4,000 cash flow. But if he take out a $5,000 loan, a $30,000 loan with a $5,000 payback, he's working negative $1,000 a month. It's too aggressive. Well, I'm pretty sure if he watches the playback or if he's watching, I think 30,000, buddy, is too much to pay back a month. You should at least stretch that out for a year. I think a year give you enough room to breathe without, putting all that pressure on you. You need to do that loan for at least a year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you can't, $5,000 a month for 6 months, that means you already, to me, and running at 20% in a negative. If you have a breakdown, that's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. What do people be thinking the profit margins be in trucking, bro? Like, just in business general, like, where do people get these humongous profit margins from, bro? If trucking offered profit margins north of 50%, bro, there wouldn't be so many failures. The margins are very, very, very small, bro. Small, bro. Operating at 20% is, like superior. That's like a person that really knows what they're doing. They're really running lean. So I think my assessment was fair. And then he's talking about leasing on. So that's another whatever percentage. So once you throw the lease on, I didn't even add that into my equation. So once you throw an average lease on percentage, that's more money coming out. And then you got an aggressive loan payback of $5,000 a month. That's $1,250 a week. You averaging 5,000. You're running. Yeah, you're in the negative, bro. You're in the negative. Yeah, you're in the negative. You can't even pay yourself. You actually even in the negative without paying yourself. You're in the negative. It's too much. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you stretch that payment out to 500 maybe a week. Let's see. Now I got to pull out the calculator. Let's pull out the calculator now. Yeah, if you knock that payment down to about $575 a week over the course of 12 months, that makes it a little bit better. But at 6 months, 312-772-5483. That's another thing. When people borrow money, I think they think the loans are going to help alleviate a lot of the pressure. A lot of the times when people take out loans and they borrow money and they don't understand that they're putting themselves in a bigger hole than they already are, because especially for a person that's already in the business, they think the loan is going to help them out. It's going to help you out short term, but what you just created was another bill. You're already in a bad situation as it is. The thing is to alleviate your debt. Sometimes getting a loan just puts you in a worse situation because you just added another bill. And a lot of the times where the desperate loans are the worst because they don't give you enough time to comfortably pay the loan back, that it doesn't affect the business. They give you a short term, right? A short aggressive term, which is a larger payment, right? And then at the beginning of the term, you're using that money to pretty much pay the loan back. And then once you use that money to pay the loan back, plus whatever of that money that you got when you first got it to pay whoever back that was really on your ass, now that money is gone and you still got a portion of the loan term left to go, and now you're paying this exorbitant loan on top of all the other bills that you had that got you in the situation that you in the first place. And I don't think people understand that. So 312-772-5483. 312-772-5483. Or the link is pinned to the top of the chat. I just, a lot of people when they call, they be in these situations where either they don't want to work or desperate situations where they don't have the capital. And I just think these are just dangerous, bro. Like, I think people want to get into business for reasons that you shouldn't want to get into business for, and then you want to get into business dangerously. I don't think I've ever talked to somebody that called up and said, yo, Mark, I got 100. Mark, I got 75. I'm willing to, you know what I'm saying? I got 200. It's man, I don't want to work no more, but I need the money. I'm tired of working. Or I just want to do it, but I ain't got the money. Like, I never knew a business that you can do with no money, bro. I never knew a business that you could do that you don't have money to. Like, you do a business, you gotta have money. You gotta have working capital. It's just not, this ain't fairy tale land, bro. This is the real world. Imagine a bank with no money. Imagine a casino with no money. Imagine a restaurant with no money. Imagine any business. I don't know, bro.
You know what shocks me? Here's what shocks me. Oh, this is Sage for everybody that's listening. And I'm also still taking donations for the Donald Trump thing. But you know what shocks me is when they call for insurance, and insurance is one of your larger starter, to start a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, wow, it's that much for insurance. I need, $2,000 down payment or $3,000 down payment. I don't know if I have that right now. And it's like, how much do you think a startup costs? What? I mean, as a startup eliminates some people from even getting into the game, which we want, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they're shocked on how much startup costs are going to be. Like, completely oblivious to any type of larger fee for a startup business, to start a business. Can you explain that to me?
I think social media has fooled people in many different genres, and just trucking is just one of them. And it gives, I think, there's more people that create content that give people hope and fantasy than reality. And everybody's looking for an escape from work, escape from debt. Like, everybody wants to live comfortably, and I get it. But being in this industry, understanding what it takes, understanding all the unforeseen situations, understanding the amount of money that is required to do it, to build it, to scale it. I just think that more people are just hopeful than realistic. And I have to be the bearer of dream crushers or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? And then, there's people that just say, well, fuck it, we're going to do it anyway. And then you see those same people 5-6 months later come back and say, damn, you were right. I should have listened. So I don't know, bro. I've never been a person that can get sold a dream, bro. I just never been that person, bro. I understand common sense, and I understand, if I'm going to start a business, it's going to require capital to start it. It's going to require capital to sustain it, right? Real like capital, right?
Yeah.
Capital. And I just don't know, bro. I really don't know. I don't know, bro.
To me, it's like, I'm like, well, when I'll take these calls for the insurance aspect of it, I'm like, hey, well, you're stepping into the big leagues, right? You're leaving the little kids behind. You're stepping into the big leagues. There's a cost to this. There's a fee to come into this game. It's not free, or everybody would be here. And I don't I don't understand. And the cost is not just financial.
Mhm.
The cost is knowledge also.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want to pay either cost. They literally don't want to pay either.
Mm.
And I don't. And you're right. It's probably social media, but I think it's shocking. Well, shocking for me. It's shocking to see that people are this way. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
like
I think people are just looking for escape. The same reason people go to the casino and gamble. I look at that. That's the same reason why people try to come into this industry, just undercapitalized and just naive. And you know, that's a big portion of why the failure rate is so high. Listen, the failure rate and the success rate is not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close, bro. You dig what I'm saying? So,
oh my God.
I don't know, bro.
Well, here's a perfect example. I'm running a guy right now, and I run the guy, and he wants to get into the game. And in the last 3 years, he's got 8 accidents or violations.
Hmm.
Why would you don't think these are going to affect people?
Yeah, they don't under in that aspect. I don't think they understand that their mistakes in the past, things that they've done in the past, is going to affect them when they come into business. They don't understand that part until you hit them with it. You know,
his price is quadrupled. His price just quadrupled.
Yeah,
went 4 times.
What does it look like? Down payment, monthly payment.
It looks like he's got a better chance if Donald Trump freaking either pardons him or donates to him, because that's about what it's going to cost.
Yeah. Yeah.
It went into 6 figures for one truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or here's another one I don't understand. Maybe you can explain this to me, or maybe somebody in the chat can call in and tell me I'm wrong. I hear this all the time. I remember the one girl that called in. She's like, I'm tired of working for someone. I want to work for myself. I want to do it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Do they not understand that even if they start a business, you're still working for someone? You're like, but now you're working for the customer. Mm-hmm. Like, you're still working for someone. Customers are going to try to tell you what to do, or tell you how things have to be, or things like that. That's I mean, you try to push back on that, but it's like, why do people think that if they're going to come into business, they no longer have to work for someone? I mean,
ignorance. It's ignorance, because the first person you're working for is your business. And that's the thing. Right. They think they're the business, and I always try to change their mindset. No, you shouldn't look like, you should look like it as you're an employee for the business you start. That's why I never look at myself like when the guy called earlier with these titles and shit. I'm never the CEO of shit. Yeah, I'm the principal on it, but I always put myself as the president. I'm just the highest paid employee. I'm an employee. Right. I get a check. I get a W-2 at the end of the year. It's my job to make sure that the company continues to thrive. I got the hardest job. I have all the pressure, right? So you are working. You're working for the company that you start. They think they're the company. No, if you think about it the right way, you're going to work harder.
Yeah.
For the company that you start. So when people tell me that, I already have something in the back of my head that I know I'm about 99.9% right. I just don't tell them. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, people, and once upon a time, you know, business owners were the people who, were, I guess this creme de la creme. Those were the people, and this is prior to gig economy. This is prior to social media and, be your own boss and shit like that. If you go back to like the early 2000s and 90s, people that were entrepreneurs were on a different financial spectrum than people that worked a 9 to 5. Right. But people that were entrepreneurs then, they were real entrepreneurs. People are wanting to go into entrepreneurship now because society is telling them, yo, that's what you need to do. You don't need to work for people, but they don't have the right mindset going in, right? And they think that entrepreneurship is an express way to comfortable living, and it's just not. That's why more people that are coming to entrepreneurship now are failing prior to any generation before, because generations before that came in were well more prepared, both financially and mentally. Now you just got people coming in. Most of the people, why? I'm just tired of working. I don't want to work for nobody no more.
Right.
I don't want to work. I feel like, man, feeling, we don't care about you, how you feel. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to,
Yeah.
I feel like I could work better for myself, but they don't realizing that, like, if you really plan on being successful, the hard work you think you're doing now, you're going to do 100 times that. And what we've come to see that most people ain't willing to do 100 times more than what they doing right now. And you
Yeah.
got to have the money. And you
Yeah.
got to make the sacrifices that they don't want to make. And you got to have the discipline that they don't have. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just.
Well, here's one. Actually, well, one, sometimes there was times that I wasn't even the highest paid employee when I first started. I had to pay other people more money because I had to get shit going, as in being paid. You know what I mean? As being paid.
Mhm.
But when do you think it hits them? The reality of, I mean, they get this money from someplace, right? I don't know where they come up with it, right? They buy a truck and they buy this stuff. When do you think it hits them that they're like, oh shit, I'm in over my head?
When the shit hit the fan, when they get in and they see how much expensive and the money's dwindling down and they damn near broke and they can't afford to pay bills and they almost on the brink of failure.
So basically, they don't do any math pre. It's just, oh shit, this bill's gone, my money's all
Still
gone.
waiting almost 4 years for one person to call up here that understands what it costs them to run their business. We still waiting. We ain't had not one person yet. Out of all the calls, they don't understand the math. We've had people recently call up here and said, "Yeah, Mark, I watch you all the time. I know I'm supposed to do it, but I ain't did it. I don't know. I just ain't did it. Why you ain't did it? You watch me all the time. Why you ain't did it? I don't know, man. Well, you know that's why you calling me now for help. Yeah, I know. Well, how can I help you if you ain't did your numbers? I don't know. I was thinking maybe you had a silver bullet, like you only pull a fucking silver bullet. You know what I'm saying? A fucking some magic out of my ass or some shit like that. Like, nah, I don't know why they don't do the numbers. I don't know. Listen, we'll never, cost per mile operation costs will never get dead in this industry as far as from creating content. It'll never die because people ain't gonna do it. They think coming into business, as soon as they get the truck, they come into business, they get to going, shit is turnkey. It's just gonna all figure itself out.
Yeah. And that's when you get people like, what's that, box truck, whatever, Shorty. And it's more about transparency. What about numbers? I mean, you want broker transparency? Perfect. Tell me how you calculate your cost per mile. If you can, I mean, they want transparency when they don't even know how to run their own business sometimes, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm just at a point where I find it interesting. As a freight broker, I've always found that interesting when some of these people that, like I said, I'm going to show somebody who tried to strap down one of the loads that I had. And I'm like, oh no, you're not leaving. I'm just trying to figure out why people are coming in the industry. Cause I don't want people to fail. Like as an insurance person, my insurance is based on you doing a good job and you maintaining and you staying in business. Right. Mm-hmm. And then you renew with me. I help you renew. Like, I don't want you to come in the industry for 3 months, fail, and go away. It doesn't help me at all.
Right.
As an insurance person, just so you guys all know.
Mm-hmm.
But, and as a freight broker, it doesn't help me either. If you're good at your job and you really want to, to do this, but you're bad at the numbers, it doesn't benefit me for you to go out of business. It benefits me for you to stay in business, do a good job, learn my customer, learn my system, so we can work together and be efficient. Because I want to be as efficient as you with a freight broker as I can. But I have seen that I've had the same carriers for a long period of time, and I'm lucky. But I've seen new guys who have come in who really might be good at doing the job, but are just absolutely horrible at numbers. Like the person who called in that thought a CFO would go out and get contracts. What? And he was in business school. And I wanted to almost call in and say, what business school are you in? Because if you don't know the CFO does not go out, that would be a sales manager that, goes out and get that. That's a problem in the schooling, right?
I would think it would be, but based on what he said, project management, that's, he's.
Oh, I might have missed that part.
Dealing with something that's not pertaining basically to general business. I think people should start entry level. So I would recommend him, like I did, take general business intro to business 101, intro to economics, intro to finance, things like that. Those entry level courses. If you skip over the entry levels courses, you're not gonna understand none of the 200 level. So
Yeah.
I think that's the issue he's having. But I just talking to that guy, I just think he's all over the place. I don't know where he's learning from. I I don't know where. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't get it. I mean, listen, freight is picking up. Freight is picking at least for this month. Do I think it's going to be consistent?
no,
I don't think
it's only picking up for this month because people are probably turning shit down because they want
Well,
to go home and shit like that.
home, they don't want to haul.
Yeah.
And two, like my customer did to me, they needed to get stuff out before the end of the year because they want to be paid.
Right.
They want to be paid for the end of the year. They want the product off their floors, off their grounds, and they want to be paid. So there's a push now. But 2026, I think it's going to be about your education, how smart you are at the job that you do, how efficient you can be, and how can you outperform your competition with knowledge and 10% more than the other guy.
Talking about trucking or just general, and as far as the work field is concerned, just in general. Because I think it's going to be like that just in general, whether you're a business owner or not. With jobs going down, companies are going to get rid of the underperformers and keep the performers. I just think that's going to happen in general.
And I think so I think businesses and trucking companies need to look at that. And would I hire me or would I fire me? If I was the CFO of this company, would I hire me or fire me? Well, I don't know how to do my own, cost per mile, so I'd probably fire me.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to think of yourself in each position each role that you're playing. If you're playing sales, CFO, COO, if you're doing all these, you have to look at yourself and say, if I was me, would I hire me or fire me at this position? And if you would fire yourself, well, you better figure it out.
Nobody's going to be.
But I don't.
Most of these guys, they think they have it. And, they're not going to be honest with themselves from that aspect. But
well, then they're doomed.
Like I think they think this is. I don't know, bro. This is more difficult than it was 5 years ago.
Yes, immensely.
So
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just I'm looking to like I said, you're looking to guys to jump in and stay in, right? Because you're helping to do that.
I mean,
I'm looking.
Them staying in is more beneficial to you than it because obviously you get a residual on them paying their
insurance,
right?
And consistent freight haulers. I want consistent freight haulers.
Right. Now, me
for the hot shots and stuff.
The people who listen, they do well. The people who are iffy, they don't. Like, there's no shortcut. So I got a call. Let me take this call. You can call back when it.
Hey, just hang up on me.
Hello.
Hello, is this Mark calling?
Say that again.
Is this the call-in show with Mark?
It is.
Can I be next in queue?
You're live.
What do you mean? Wait, I'm live?
I'm on the show.
Oh, is this Mark?
Yeah, it's Mark.
Oh, I think my YouTube is like behind, but
yeah, it's a delay.
I have a question.
Make sure you turn it off so we don't hear it in the background. But there is like a 10-15 second delay. I got it like that for a reason.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm 24 and I have around 24K in debt. I graduated college with accounting, and I was about to go to CDL school in January down in Florida. I live in Vermont because it's a lot cheaper in Florida. Up here, it was going to be like $7,000, almost $8,000. Down there, it's going to be $3,000. Do you suggest I get into that, getting into CDL?
Sure, why not? If that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do?
I want to make money, and I know there's the money in trucking.
There's a million ways to make money, bro. So if you just want to get into trucking and make money, then there's money in trucking. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's other things you can do to make money. So.
Okay. So I have my MC. I'm trying to get that started up and active. So
Wait,
while I'm going
wait. If
through,
you're going to CDL school to be a company driver,
to learn how to drive the trucks.
so why do you have an MC?
I don't have it active, but I
Oh,
have it because I eventually want to start my own business
so
with
you
it.
got a DOT.
I have a DOT and an MC number.
But
I got this MC like years ago.
you
I'm
don't
sorry?
have any insurance or anything, right?
No. I don't have. I don't have
Whoever's
insurance.
calling from the 740, you got to wait till this person gets off the line. Whoever's 740 area code, you got to wait till I get off the line with this person. You can call back. So you want to drive box trucks or you want to drive semi trucks?
I want to do semi trucks. I guess idea or plan is to get into like the power only unit. Once I
Why
learn
did
how
you get a
to.
DOT and all this stuff already and you don't even have a CDL? Like, what was the purpose of that? I don't understand.
I wanted to get into box truck about 4 or 5 years ago when I was like a freshman in college. I saw the YouTubes that were popping off, and so I went through the process of trying to get it active and whatnot. Um, I've ended up not, getting insurance for it. But that's why I have it.
So you got a degree in accounting.
Correct.
Why don't you become an accountant? You see how many guys here need an accountant? You make a killing. These box truck guys, bro, they need an accountant, bro. None of them know their numbers. They don't know shit. You can make a killing just being a box truck CPA, bro. Why don't you do that? You got a degree in it already. You got to feel a business is about filling voids. You know why a lot of people fail in business? Because they don't look for where voids need to be filled at. They want to do everything that they see everybody else doing. Me, I try to figure out where there's a void in the marketplace and try to fill it. Why? Because that's the easier way to make money. I don't go and do what everybody else do. I look for voids in the marketplace and then I try to fill it. If I was you and I was watching me and I said, man, these guys I'm going to start a box trucking CPA firm catered straight to box trucks because I see that there's an issue and we're going to dumb it down and we're going to run some marketing. We're going to spend some marketing dollars and we're going to cater just to doing CPA for these guys because they don't want to do it themselves. This is why they're failing. So we can make money off of them. There's a void in the marketplace.
That's a good idea. I didn't really think about it like that.
I'm full of good ideas. That's why I'm marked. This is why I'm always going to get a bag. I'm going to always get me a bag. I'm going to get it with you. I'm going to get it off for you. See, I just gave you a multi-million-dollar idea based off of what I see when people call up. If you got a degree in accounting, why are you worried about a box truck, bro? You know how much more money you can make as a CPA with an array of clientele than a box truck? I'm just being honest with you. The only reason I got into trucking at that time because it was back against the wall situation, and timing played a huge factor into me. If I wasn't back against the wall that led me into doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't have been in trucking. You got a degree in accounting, bro. You got a 4-year degree in it?
Yeah, bachelor's.
So do you have your certification to be certified public accountant?
I don't have the certification, no.
So what do you need to do to get the certification?
I got to take a few more exams, but there's also an alternative called an enrolled agent, which you can also do, which specialize specifically just in taxes.
And why don't you do
So
that?
there's 2 routes that you could take.
And so why go to school all those years? Why don't you do that and then do that specifically for bro? How long you been watching my channel?
A couple of months,
Okay.
3 months.
Have you seen all the case studies of people not knowing their numbers?
Yeah, just the other day, like 2 days ago.
Okay. Now, if you go back 3 years, 100% of the people that have called in for help, I've asked them the same question. and 100% of them didn't know it. So what does that tell you? It tells you that truckers, for some strange reason, I don't know, and some people are going to get offended, they don't do what is in their best interest when it comes to understanding their cost. So me, I would be like, you know what? That light bulb gonna pop in my head. That light bulb, I'm gonna hear that DoorDash noise. What's that little door? I'm gonna hear like a little thing go in my head. I'm gonna be like, yo, that's a bag, right? If I had a CPA, I'm like, that's a bag right there. I'm gonna mark it to them, and I'm gonna say, yo, we're gonna handle all your CPA for 1%. We're gonna handle all your books for a percentage, and they gotta pay me. And they're going to pay me. You know why? Because they don't want to do it themselves. So now let's look at it from this aspect. You take a percentage off of all these people that don't know what the fuck they doing or don't do it. How many people you think you can manage their books for them in a 30-day period without being overwhelmed?
Without being overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Probably 60, 50, 60.
60, right? All right, now let's look at the math on a small scale. Let's say 60. Let's say you charge them all $100 a month, subscription-based model. That's $6,000 a month, right? Now, let's say the phone keeps ringing and you get another 60. Now you outsource an agent. Now you got your first employee. What does it take for you outside of licensing, right? You don't need an office. You can still do this at home. How much is the software going to cost you a month to do this?
From a software aspect?
That's a one-time purchase, really, because most of your cost is just going to be your labor.
Yeah.
So whatever software you're going to use on a professional level, obviously you're not going to use what a person who's doing like their QuickBooks, you're going to use more professional software, but after you purchase it that one time, that's it. So now let's say you bump up your thing to 100 people, right? Obviously.
Yep.
What was the first quote? You said 60 people times. So now you bump it up to 100 people at $100. That's $10,000 a month. And how much did you, if you had 100 people a month that you were charging $100 to in box trucking and trucking to manage their book, how much of that $10,000 do you think is going to go to cost?
If I had another employee, probably $3,000. So I'm still at like 70%.
All right, there you have it. Just because you call up here and you want to talk box trucking, when I start listening to you, I'm not going to just tell you box trucking if that doesn't make sense. To me, I would take advantage of that. I see a void in the marketplace. I just can't fill the void because I don't have the credentials in accounting. But if I had the credentials in accounting, I would 100% start a firm because these guys need it. I would make a killing. Just off my influence alone, I would make a killing. You know how many people would sign up for me to do their books? Because they don't do it. You see it. So why would I want to go deal with the hassle of maintenance and all this other shit and low boards when I see a multitude of people, the majority, and I can sell them a service that we know they're not going to do themselves? And I already have the certification on it. The cost of entry for me to build this business is minimal. Why? Because it's pretty much service-based and I have those credentials. I can do this from home. My software, most of the correspondence between you guys your clients is going to be through email. They're sending you their statements every month. You're making sure that their quarterlies are done. You're managing their books for them, which you're going to do that through software. You pretty much can do it quick because you have a degree in it. Whenever they need a P&L statement, because let's say a new contract is requiring it, you can charge them an upstart, an up charge to create the P&L proposal for whoever they need to create it to. Let's say they want to be a DSP and Amazon is requesting a P&L statement. Boom. Okay, we give us a week. We'll do a P&L. And I got to charge you 150 or 100. Then guess what? You can do taxes too, right?
Yeah.
Boom. At the end of the year, since you're their CPA, they got to come back and do their taxes. Boom. There go $1,000 charge. They might have you do their personal taxes on top. There go another 600. But now, if you want to still get into box trucking, we could talk box trucking. But I see more upside in that than this. Especially when we see there's a void. Now, if there wasn't a void, then yeah, but we see the void. So, you want to talk trucking though? You want to still do the CDL thing? We can talk about it. What you want to know?
So you would recommend I pause the CDL?
I wouldn't
just go straight
recommend,
into it?
if that's what you want to do it. Me, personally, as a business person, I look for opportunity. I don't necessarily look for things that everybody else is doing. If I was a CPA with the amount of people that call up here that don't know their numbers, I would absolutely positively take advantage of the situation. Because the margins on there is high. We get professional QuickBooks that's a one-time purchase, and really it's just a person managing an account, doing their numbers. All right, you get your statement for this month, send us a statement. Boom, we categorize and we itemizing everything. Boom, so now at the end of the year, everything is already itemized. So boom, we just do the taxes and that's it. And I charge them a rolling subscription-based model of whatever price point. I just did $100. So every month for $100, I got more people signing up. It's just like Netflix. It's just like Amazon. You got a Netflix subscription?
I do not.
You
I don't
gotta-
have any video
You
streaming
live at
subscriptions or
you live at
anything
home
like
with your parents, right?
that. Yeah.
But your parents have a Netflix. You got Netflix in the home somewhere, right?
Nope. We don't have any video or music subscription or anything like that.
So no Amazon?
Nope.
So what you guys have no subscriptions?
No subscriptions.
You say you're in Vermont, right?
Yeah.
All right, Middle American. All right, cool. Check this out. Most people have some subscription. Most people have multi-subscriptions, whether they use it or don't. You're going to have people, some months, they're not even going to send you their statements, but that $100 is going to hit. You know why they're not going to cancel it? Because they know they're going to need you at some point, whether it be at the end of the year for taxes. They're going to rush and have to download and send those PDFs over at some point. Or they know that they may have to make a call to you and get some type of consultation. But it's a subscription-based model. The more clients you have, the more money you make. Just building up your clientele. And what we know is truckers don't do their books. They need help. So if you want to do CDL, do it. I'm just listening to you, knowing you got a degree in accounting. I was just wondering why you wanted to do this. But if you want to do trucking, go do your CDL. You said you just want to make money. Yeah, you can make money in trucking. You're gonna be over the road. So. Hello?
Thank you for the advice.
What?
I would definitely look into getting the software.
But why go to school for accounting and not want to do accounting?
It was just more so like the pressure of going to college as a first gen, and also just chose it to be equipped with the skills to be able to run my own business in the future as well.
So, but you did it already, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm being honest with you, I think you can make way more money being a niche accountant where I see a void than if you went and you got into trucking. Now, I could sit up here and lie to you because I'm a trucking influencer, but I'm not that type of person. Based on what you told me, you can make way more money as an accountant than a trucking owner operator. You already had the credentials, and you can use the trucking owner operators as your first customers. I'd rather get 10% off of the trucker. Let them spend all the money in the operations. Let them deal with the wear and the tear and the labor that's, and I'd rather just be a percentage of their cost times however many I can add under my portfolio. If I can get 10% or $100, and this is just minimum, obviously it'll be probably a little bit more. But if you want to start off small and something that's marketable, entry level, just to get a nice amount of people. If you get 100 people signed up that you're managing their books, that's $10,000 a month. You go up from there to 150. Get another 100 at 150. And then you got upsells. You're doing their taxes. You're doing this. You're doing that. Your margins are good. Or you can go out in the field, get you a box truck, sleep in your box truck, operate on a, depending. You're a math guy. You're an accounting guy. So you'll probably be better with books than 99.9% of your competition out in the field because of your degree in accounting. So your margins will probably be good. We'll probably put you more on the higher spectrum, 20, 25%. So now if you go out and you make $20,000 a month on a 20% margin, what are you pulling in at the end of the month?
10.
If you make $20,000 on a 20% margin?
No, it's not 10. That'd be 50%. My apologies.
All right, so 20%.
That'd be 2.
You said how much?
For 20%?
Of 20,000.
That'd be around $4,000.
Okay. Now, if you make 10,000 off 100 clients, what do you think your profit margin would be on that?
So that'd be times 10. You said 100 or 10 clients?
If you made $100 off of 100 clients, we know what the gross number is. What do you think your what do you think your margins would be on something like that?
Well, the cost would only really be just my labor
Mm-hmm.
and the accounting software.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go lean on an accounting software,
and that's if you get subscription-based accounting software on an enterprise level, right?
Right.
Or could you buy software that you just buy and it's just installed into your computer into your hard drive, and there's no subscription based on? I don't know. I mean, you got a degree in accounting, so I don't know how they do it today. Is it on an enterprise level? Will it be subscription based, or could you just buy it flat out and just have it?
There are some packages you can buy straight out.
Okay, and how much would a package like that be for an enterprise?
I don't have knowledge on the numbers.
Okay,
but
what
I
about
do know they
from a
do
subscription
exist.
base?
Let's see, on the low end, depending on, because sometimes they charge per user or per volume of, I guess, tasks
Right.
inside. On the low end, you can say a couple $100, $600.
All right, so So up to 30 users, is that users for the actual software? Or is that like different portfolios that you're managing?
Portfolios that I would manage.
So available in 1 to 10 or up to 30 users. I would think users would be people who are logging in, right?
Correct. Under like my account, yeah.
All right, so I need to see how many.
So that'd be like employees.
All right, so multi-company management. All right, so multi-company management. So you can do multi-company management annual subscription. The gold edition is $22.10 a year. So if we do $22.10 a year divided by 12, we're looking at $184 a month. All right, so it's safe to say that if you had 100 clients charging them $100 at a gross of $10,000 a month, your profit margins, you'll walk away with a few $1,000s more than you would if you gross double that in a truck. If you made $20,000 gross a month in a truck, you're not going to walk away with what you would make if you made $10,000 as an accountant with 100 clients, charging them $100 a month.
I can see that, yeah, because with the insurance as well, it's pretty steep. Because
So
I got a quote.
how much is the insurance for your industry?
In my industry, you can get it moderately, not too.
Not going to be over
expensive.
$1,000.
Yeah.
A couple $100.
With like E&O insurance, you can get that pretty cheaply as well.
Okay, so
I wouldn't say no more than like $6,000 a year.
okay, so do you think you could operate on a 50% profit margin?
Yeah.
60%?
Yeah.
70%?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you made $10,000 as an accountant with 100 clients, charging them $100 a month, your operation cost would be about $3,000 or less, right? And that includes paying yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you live in Vermont, you can pay yourself low, you can build your systems up, and so then you can go into hiring somebody else to take in more clientele, right? Even if you made 50%, you'd walk away with more upside than if you made $20,000 gross on a box truck. You know why? Because you don't have the cost.
And mine's are fixed, whereas with box truck they're
Variable and fixed.
Variable. Would you say majority of it is more
your main tool outside of the labor is the software. And an enterprise package I'm looking at right now with QuickBooks, a gold multi-company management, is $2,210 a year. You got guys that are paying insurance almost that a month. Just the insurance. You got guys that are renting that are paying twice as much as that. They're averaging about $1,000 a week with mileage. You got guys that are financing paying about $1,500, $1,600 a month, plus another $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 a month in insurance. So if you have a STEM related, you know what STEM is, right?
Science, tech, math,
engineering and math.
Engineering.
And you have and this is why I tell people major in something STEM related, and you're in STEM related math. I would rather be a part of a trucker's fixed expense than be a trucker.
Makes sense. This is a
You said you
eye-opening
want to make money,
conversation
right?
for me.
You said you want to make
The
money. You want to make money, right?
Yeah, I just want to make money. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could make money easier and have a better profit margin and leverage some skill set that you already have, I would do that. And I don't know you from Adam, but based off the conversation we're having, does it make sense or no?
It makes sense. I mean, high profit margins with like minimal costs, and there's not too much overhead cost that's variable. All of it is going to be pretty much fixed, so it's predictable. So I'm able to predict and forecast, future numbers for the year or whatnot based on activity.
And all you got to do is you got to go out and build the business. You got to get the clientele, but I just gave you an idea for that. I mean, you've been watching a few weeks or months, you said, and I don't think there's an agency out there that's catering or marketing specifically to truckers. But I think if one did come into the marketplace, I think they do really, really, really well based off what I've seen. So business is about filling a void, not following a trend. A lot of these guys, they follow trends because they're looking for an escape. They're not thinking like real business person. A person who sits down to start a business, the most successful people in business fill voids. What is Elon Musk doing right now with SpaceX? What is Jeff Bezos doing right now with Blue, whatever it's called? Are they doing stuff that they see everybody else doing? Or are they leveraging the fact that they have all the money that they're looking into things and doing things that nobody else is doing? They're looking to fill a void in the marketplace. Are they filling a void or are they following trends?
They're filling voids,
Mm.
Reaching uncharted territories in space and electric cars and whatnot.
Yeah. So if I were you and I was watching the content, seeing what you said you saw, when I asked you, the light bulb would have popped into my head. Oh, these guys don't know numbers. They're not willing to do numbers. I have the credentials. Let's build a business marketing directly to truckers and let's dumb it down. Let's make sure the marketing is really good. Let the price point be fair. Put them on a subscription-based model and they'll eat it up. The light bulb should have popped into your head. But if you want to talk trucking, we can talk trucking. I just like new ideas. I like fresh ideas. See how I just brainstormed? That's a multi-million-dollar idea I just gave you. I just gave it to you because I'm not going to do it because I don't have the credentials. But let's say I had a brother or niece or a cousin that had a CP, I would have been started a firm and I would have targeted it directly to the audience. But I don't. So. But if you want to talk about trucking, we can talk. What else you want to know about trucking?
That was pretty much it.
We didn't talk about it. We didn't really get.
Well, in terms of my initial question, which was, should I go ahead and get my CDL?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get your CDL and drive over the road, go ahead. I mean, it's always going to be needs for CDL truckers. You drive over the road. So.
I appreciate your time with this call and giving me the insight on more in the industry as well. Next time I call in, I'll have that business up.
So you're gonna do the business?
I'll do the business.
The CPA thing?
Yep.
All right, man. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, next time, I don't know when your next live is, but I'll call in and I'll let you know what my progress is.
Monday through Friday, man, I'm here.
All right. We'll
Okay,
catch
man.
up tomorrow.
All right, man. Be safe.
Likewise. Take care. Thank you for your time.
No problem. All right, the 740 person who called a couple times while I was on the phone with him, you can call back. First come, first serve, whoever that 745 number, 740. Now's your time. That's what we do over here, man. We give ideas. We give multi-million-dollar ideas off the strength. Now, I could have kept it. Once I listened, I could. But you know what? That's what we do over here, man. Ain't no way in the world. Seeing what I see with these shows, when it come to math and accounting, hell no. And I gotta see, and I got a degree in licensing and shit and that shit. No, we gonna start us a trucking accounting firm. We're gonna charge $125 for managing up to one vehicle, 100, up to 3 employees, 150 a month. Send us your statements a month. We're gonna manage your book, keep your portfolio. When it's time to do taxes, if you got W-2 employees, you're gonna prepare your quarterlies every quarter. Gonna send it to you. You know, make sure you got this amount of money in your business account. Your quarterlies are gonna come out this day. The end of the year, we're gonna prepare your taxes for you. Make sure you send us all your 1099s. We've been managing your books, your employees all throughout the year. Boom, we're gonna set up a virtual meeting if you're not in the state, so we can do your taxes for you. Boom, we need you to send. I'm gonna charge you $1,000. Do your taxes. Already been making $100 off you a month anyway. You know, as far as managing your books, but this is separate. So now I need a G-ball. I need a G-ball to do your taxes. You want me to do your personal taxes too? All right, give me another $5. Since we already managing your books and we doing your taxes, just give me $1,500. I'm gonna do the business. No, I'm gonna do it right here while you on the phone because we already got it already. We've already been managing your book. Give me that $1,500. Ding ding. I'm gonna hear them coins drop. Boom. All right, give me a second. We can do your taxes. All right, boom. All right, so the business is gonna be exempt this year. You operate at a loss, so don't worry about that. Here, I'm gonna send you that, mail that in, WAP. All right, let me do your personal taxes real quick. All right, this is what you're gonna get back on your personal taxes. All right, man. You good? All right, man. Have a nice day. You get 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 clients. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm finna go pumping diesel and all this shit, dude. And you got a degree in math, boy? Are you crazy? Got a degree in math. What are you talking about, bro? You want to go pump diesel at a truck stop and you got a degree in math? Come on, bro. You become a fixed expense to the trucker. Let them deal with all the diesel and the insurance and the truck notes and the rental. You become an expense. You become another expense, a fixed expense off of their work, off of their costs, and then you manage all of it. You charge them to manage all the expenses, including you being an expense. And then you do an ACH, boom, some of your money coming out directly. All right, whoever that 740 number was, you can call in, man. First come, first serve. Or if not him, whoever else. First come, first serve. That 740 called a couple times while I was on the phone with the last guy. So they can call or anybody else. This probably be my last one. It's probably be my last one. Taking one more call, man. One more. I'm just gonna do one more. One more call. First call, first serve. First call, first serve. 3. Line is open. We're gonna take one more. We're gonna take one more call. 312-772-5483. We're looking for 740 or anybody else that want to call up. First come, first serve. Or if you want to do the live thing, the link is pinned in the top of the description. Or the link is pinned in the top of the chat. And all the reindeer loved him. That's them Temptations. Y'all don't know nothing about that. And they shouted. I don't know about that. That's what Mama gonna be playing when I go over. She play all the old. That's what I was raised on anyway. Back Christmas time, when you in the car, V103, WBMX. Well, V103. This is all the Herb Kent. This is type of shit he used to play back in the day. You would hear this music. V103. So I grew up on that. That's them Temptations. Phone number 312-772-5483. We taking one more call. Link is pinned in the top of the description if you want, or top of the chat if you want to do the video thing. Somebody said, okay, no problem. I got you. I see you, Kevin. I see you. We're going to play that one. You right, while we waiting on a new caller. Yeah. Who that? Caller, you on the you live. You live.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Hey, my name's Mike. I rock in Sage Discord under codename Narc. But hey, man, I listen to your show every day.
Appreciate
and
it.
I don't know if you know, but I'm a mechanic, right? 20 years, heavy equipment. But I follow a bunch of shows, mainly OTR trucking, right? Help shows, stuff like that. And I have a couple of guys that run. They've been Swift owner, well, lease ops for, I don't know. One of them's been there for almost 20 years. He's pretty much their lead lease op, trainee, whatever you want to call him, right? Trying to help guys along. And the other guy is, I think he's been there like 12 years or something. But they just together, I don't know what you call it, made an app, right? Because this is a thing that's obviously needed to, basically, that you can download, and it will work for box truck, where you just input your numbers daily, right? Stop for fuel, put in your fuel, put in how much you spent, buying Doritos and a Coke, how much stuff you put in, and it tracks your fuel, figures all that stuff out for you. Basically, and they are literally beta testing it right now with pretty good success. And I don't know, you guys, we need to put you guys together, because I mean, they're all pro business. They do the same thing you do, only it's for, like I said, they basically do for OTR side. So Sage knows him. He's been on their show before. He's done insurance stuff, and a bunch of the people have been on there. So anyways, I don't ever catch into this work because I'm at work during the day. So I thought I'd throw it out there. Because I know this would work for box truck too, right? I mean, it's just a basic calculation. right? And it's this, I mean, I don't know, maybe these guys won't do the simplest, but literally if they just input their numbers, it will figure it all for them and tell them what they need to be running for, by the mile and what they need to be trying to hit. I don't know if they do fuel surcharge. I guess you guys probably don't on the local or the final mile stuff, but for the OTR guys, I'm sure they do. I assume they do. I don't know. I know it's a little different on the box truck end, probably than a big truck. But anyways, that was it. Appreciate your shows. I don't even drive a truck, and I appreciate them. I learn something every day on here.
Appreciate
I
you.
hope these people in the chat do too.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, chat.
All right, man. 312-772-5483. 312-772-5483. Take one more call, then I'm out of here. I started playing my Christmas music. People started to leave, man. They don't like James Brown. While we wait for another caller to come up, they didn't want to hear James Brown. That let me know something. That let me know that it's a lot of youngins. A lot of youngins. They're like, man, we do not want to hear the Temptations. And we do not want to hear James Brown. We never heard these songs. I'm just playing it while we waiting for somebody else to call up. Link pinned to the top of the chat if you want to do the video thing. If not, phone number 312-772-5483. I'm appalled that you didn't want to hear Santa Claus Go Straight to the Ghetto. I'm playing Christmas throwback music the rest of the week. What's up, caller? You on the line?
Let me turn down my.
I'm playing Christmas throwback.
Can you hear me?
The rest of the week. Yeah, I hear you. We're not playing Mariah Carey. What's that Mariah Carey song? They go platinum every year around this time. What's that song? What's the name of that song?
Okay. Yeah.
Baby, I think.
How you doing, Mark?
What's up?
Yeah, I just started following you maybe a couple of days ago.
Word.
And I've been putting together my research in terms of doing a van business.
Okay.
And I've got a small transit van, so the extended transit, the little small one. I was thinking about keeping that or trading it in. So that's one question I have for you. Should I just trade that in to get the bigger one? And I was going to do the over the road, and I have my sight set on the Sprinter 170 high roof.
Okay.
So that's my first. I got about $10,000 in the van. I was told by the attorney to wait till January to formulate the LLC so that I don't have to pay double. So I'm waiting on that.
You waiting on January to start your business?
January the 1st. I'm already doing the business, but it's like off the gig apps with the smaller van.
Mm-hmm.
So January would be the formulation of the business, meaning LLC, because in California you got to pay like $800 a year, and if I started it right now, then I would end up having to pay like $1,600, because I'd have to pay the $800 regardless of the months and everything. That's just to play with the LLC, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I don't have a bunch of knowledge on the equipment, meaning like the van. I have a Transit, the smaller one. That really hasn't given me any problems. But I was looking at the capacity of the Sprinter and the diesel, actually, that 2.1, because it's like 30 miles to the gallon, 30 miles to the gallon.
You said a Sprinter, what, 25?
The Sprinter 2.1, the 4-cylinder turbo diesel.
The 2500 or the 3500? That's a 3500, right?
I think that's a 2,500. I'm not like totally locked in with that, and that's kind of like why I was calling in. But I think that's that 2.1 turbo diesel gets like 28, 30 miles to the gallon. So that's why I have my eyes set on that. And the capacity.
What year are you talking about?
I was looking at like 22 and above.
How much is that going for?
The 22 is going for around 40. It's like 40 and above, like 45 and above for the.
You got a Transit 150?
I got a Transit Connect.
Oh, I got a little boy.
I got the baby.
Got a little
Exactly.
homie over
Yeah,
there.
so I gotta like, I've been dabbling with like airspace on the app side to get into like the medical stuff with that.
Yeah.
But I don't have the LLC yet, so I really can't go. Well, I don't think that I can go super hard when it comes to like getting contracts and stuff like that because I'm not a legitimate business. I've just been using it to just do all the app work and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
So what's your question?
My question is, what's your thoughts on the van, on that Sprinter? Should I trade the little guy in, or keep it and just have another van? And should I get the Sprinter, or is there another suggestion on the van? I know that they got the one high roof Transit. I was looking at that as well, but the gas mileage with the diesel is what is attracting me to that Sprinter van.
Is the Connect paid for?
The Connect is almost paid for. Like I owe like $2,000 on it. I could pay it off, but I'm just keeping cash, if that makes sense. It's like we'll be paid off in April.
You say you want to do expedited.
I want to do expedite. I see that I can, make some nice change with expedite, and my thought process is that big chunks will allow me to get more equipment. So that's the mindset with expedite.
Big chunks will allow you to get more equipment, you said?
Yeah, big chunks of money. Big chunks of money.
What do you mean?
What I mean, like expedite, from what I'm seeing, I can make, 3,000-4,000 a week, and that's what I mean by big chunks.
I think what you mean to say is the larger vehicle capacity will allow you to make more money.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking that expediting will allow me to make more money as well, if I'm not mistaken.
In comparison to what?
In comparison to doing like dedicated routes in the city.
So what did you think to get? What do you think you're going to get from expediting?
Well, I'm only doing this based upon research and YouTube videos and things of that nature. So I can't really say what I could get from expedite. I can say what other people are saying.
And how can you say it's going to be more profitable than local?
I didn't say it would be more profitable than local.
You said you could get more out of it going over the road than local.
I feel that I can get more out of it. I don't know. I'm not coming on saying that I have 100% of the knowledge. I've been doing research on YouTube and everything, but that's why I'm calling up.
All right, so as far as the van is concerned, appreciate that super chat, D Jenkins. As far as the van is concerned, as far as the Mercedes is concerned, I'm not like a Sprinter fan. I know they got this 170 wheelbase. I know it's a Mercedes. People like the fact that it's a Mercedes, things of that nature. But I look at things different than a lot of in this industry. I look at things like a true business person. So I don't think short term. I also think long term. Once this Mercedes is, out of warranty, look at maintenance on a Mercedes versus maintenance on a Ford.
Yeah, absolutely.
So me personally, I'm not telling you what to do. Whoever's calling from the number that's calling in, you gotta call back. 682 number. I'm gonna weigh my pros and my cons.
Right. Okay.
Is this,
That's good. That's
is
good
getting a
advice.
Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, what value am I gonna get that's so
Yeah.
where
Just
it's
kind of
gonna justify, the maintenance at
Yeah.
Mercedes, X amount of years down the line,
Yeah.
Out of warranty,
Yeah.
or not even X amount, because you're talking about so out of extended warranty,
Yep.
versus Ford.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Another question is, what software are you using to book like the loads or go after business?
most of
Is there?
cargo van guys that do OTR, they use Selectus.
You said Selective?
That's what most of the OTR cargo van guys, they use Selectus.
It's called Selective.
Selectus.
Okay. Perfect. And I should be good with the 10,000. I was watching one of your videos and you talked about
how much you think you're gonna get for the Connect?
I don't know, man. I've seen Connect for like 12,000. And that's another thing. It's like, what's your thoughts when it comes to trading that Connect in, opposed to like keeping that Connect and then putting another driver in that Connect? That was something that I wanted to ask as well.
Putting them in there to do what?
To get a dedicated route. I'm in SoCal.
In a Connect? Okay.
Yeah, like
what would you pay them?
Maybe medical route or something like that.
What would you pay them a day?
So I don't know. This is all questions that I'd have to figure out. I'm not even coming like cocky or arrogant. If I don't know, I don't know. I see stuff online paying drivers like $20 an hour. To me, that's not a living wage, especially in SoCal where I'm at. So I could see actually that being a revolving door and kind of being a headache if I was paying a guy $20 an hour. I could see having to hire again and again and again and again.
That's about, if you give them a guaranteed day rate, it's going to average about right about an 8-hour day for $20 an hour, about $150. Your average van route, you're going to probably be grossing around $300 for a dedicated, give or take, depending on the market. Could be a little less, it could be a little bit more, but to get a person in that seat, you're gonna have to at least pay them about $150. That's about 50% right there. So now you're other operating costs that you got to factor in. So
it's fuel and insurance.
Yep. So
insurance. And I'm sure I'll get to this as I start really putting this thing together. When I do the insurance company is going to ask for all his information. Although it's my insurance, they're going to say, okay, who's your driver? Let us get his. Yeah, okay.
So that depends on the driver as far as what insurance rate, because each driver you list, obviously it's going to go up, and depending on what's on their report, it's going to determine how much.
Okay. So the two questions that I have still is your thoughts on getting rid of that Connect and just rolling it into getting the bigger one, because I'm not trying to leverage like that, I'm willing to do the work, if that makes sense. So,
Well, you got 10 grand. You said the average van, the Mercedes that you're looking to get is about 40, right? So I'm assuming if you only got 10 grand, you're looking to go into that thing with no money down, I'm assuming.
I was gonna put maybe 3 down. That was my thought process.
Why would you do that? What's your credit look like?
Credit is like 680.
Okay.
So it's not great, but it's not, horrible.
Why would you put money down?
I mean, bro, I'm here to learn. So
I'm just asking you, why would you do it?
Just to create lack of resistance, just in case, there's some reason why they would say you'd have to come with some type of cash down.
I'm saying if you don't have to put cash down, you would go to a Mercedes dealership to buy it, right?
Yeah, if I didn't have to put cash down, I would.
So I'm saying you would go to a Mercedes dealership to buy it, right? Or you would just go wherever you found one at?
Well, I'm looking everywhere right now. So I'm looking and using.
I wouldn't suggest you buying it outside of Mercedes, because if you get it from Mercedes, hopefully there's some of the extended warranty left. And then when you buy something manufactured that's not, you buy it somewhere. So if you buy it from Mercedes, it's going to be pre-owned certified for the most part, especially if like you get something that's late model. If you don't get it from Mercedes, it's not going to be pre-owned certified.
Right.
You want it to be pre-owned certified, especially a Mercedes. I don't know if you've ever driven a foreign car before. Have you ever owned a Mercedes, a BMW, or an Audi?
I've owned a BMW.
What
so
year?
I definitely understand.
What year? Make and model?
It's a 2012 X5.
That wasn't a bad model, but
it was a diesel too, so it was very good. It was a very good car.
Okay, so if you've ever owned like a foreign car, you know the maintenance on it is just not, So so you definitely want it to be pre-owned certified, right? So I would definitely buy it from a Mercedes dealership.
Okay.
And I mean, if you got 10 grand on something that's $40-something thousand, then I mean, if you go in there, you buy it, no money down, you got a little money to play with, Not much, but you got that.
Right.
It's better than a box truck, you know what I'm saying? So
right,
a little less than 10,000 with a cargo van is, better than a little less than 10,000 with a box truck, for sure.
Yeah, I've been watching your videos. I could see that if I was going to do box truck one, it's like, where would I put that thing? Two, there's far more expenses involved with a box truck than it is with the van. So I definitely appreciate you, because I haven't really seen anybody say that besides you on the internet. So so that's actually kind of like the mindset behind doing the van and getting a bigger van. I think that was it. So I didn't think about going directly to the dealer, and I definitely take that. That makes total sense. I think I had one more. What was the last one? Oh, you answered it already. My question was operating cost, and because you talk a lot about that on the box truck, and my question was, do you feel like the 10K is enough operating cost to jump off into the cargo van business?
I mean, it's more cushion than it would be if you were getting a box truck, so I could say that for sure. I mean,
okay.
Once you get that van, 40,000, you're looking at a Sprinter, about $1,000 a month, give or take.
Right.
A little less, depending on how long you stretch the loan out for.
Yes, sir.
And then it's a commercial. You're going to get it, so it's commercial. So you're probably going to be like, I don't know what your credit is. Well, you said, but I don't know what, I don't know what this, the average rate is right now, but let's say 10%. Maybe more, maybe, I don't know, maybe 10%, 11, 12. Where you at? California?
I'm in California.
So, long as you driving, shit, you should be able to make the money. You know, 10,000 ain't too bad for a cargo van. For our working capital.
Okay, cool. All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Man, I appreciate your show. I appreciate what you're doing. There's a lot of guys I've been seeing you kind of like, and you know, you keeping it like really cool because you're not mentioning names, but there is a lot of guys that are kind of selling programs, if that makes sense. And I appreciate your candidness when it comes to being transparent, because I was kind of going down that road, and then I came across your channel, and I was like, man, he's just putting it all on the table. So I really appreciate, you know, you being transparent so that, you know, folks can get into this business. Thank you.
All right.
And this call, man. This is awesome.
Appreciate you.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right, man. The 682 number, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to call back. If you don't call in 2 minutes, I'm gone. Giving you 2 minutes. Starting. Hold on. Somebody else beat you to it. Yo, this a local call too. Who that? Who that?
It's Ken, man. What's up?
What up?
Man, I feel like motherfuckers be trying to do too much.
Who, me?
When they don't even have a lot of money to start.
Oh, you talking about them.
Absolutely. Like if you got 10 grand, the hell you trying to get a 40,000 Sprinter for? It's too much.
Man, I learned to just, you know, I be direct with people, but I've you know, lately I've just said, you know what, I'm gonna give them the information they need, but like situations like that, I'm just gonna let them live, bro. When they get real personal about how they spending their money, let them live.
I'll feel you on that.
Yeah, I'm tired of going back and forth with people, man. You know.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, what they don't understand is that it's some anomalies that do make it through the cracks, right? That start with little, right? And they make it through, but the majority don't. So I don't focus on the few anomalies that start with bare minimum and make it through the cracks. I focus more on the majority who ain't. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
That's what people they fail to realize it. So
yeah. And it be like way too many people hyped up off of shit that YouTubers are telling them that they gonna make and shit. You ain't making that shit for real.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Yep.
I started excuse me, I started my cargo van business in the middle of October.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit ain't anywhere near easy as they say it was gonna be. Motherfucker be talking about you can get these contracts. These contracts ain't paying you shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the crib, man. I'm from Woodlawn.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out here to Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
And at least here in the Indiana market,
mm-hmm.
you ain't getting it popping like that. It just ain't gonna happen.
Mm.
You fuck around, try to get a little medical contract.
Mm-hmm.
You might make $225 a day.
Mm.
You know, that ain't shit. And you got to pay for the gas. You know what I'm saying? That ain't shit.
Yeah, that ain't a lot. But that's a small market. You probably could do about a little bit better than that up here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I fucked with T-Force for a minute. I only lasted a week.
Why? Out in Addison?
Nah, Indianapolis.
Oh, in Indianapolis. Okay.
Yeah, man, them motherfuckers. Hey. Look, I asked the dispo, was I being hazed, man, because them motherfuckers was giving me box truck loads for the cargo van and shit. I'm like, man, what the I had to come back. You know what I'm saying? I go out, an hour, deliver all this heavy ass shit. Office Depot, motherfucking boxes of paper, motherfucking office chairs, office tables, and the little packages and shit. Then you got to come all the way back an hour, and then go back out. I'm like, man, fuck that.
What were they paying you a piece? Like $2 a piece?
Yeah, for the big shit. You know what I'm saying?
What was they
like?
They was so
like
you wasn't paying getting $2 per piece no matter what it was?
Hell no. No, man, like 150, 175. And then like for like a box of paper, you get like $3-4. For the like the tables and chairs, you get like $5. That ain't shit.
What was you averaging a day?
What I'm saying? Nah, shit. I could tell you what I made in 7 days. Only lasted 7 days. Motherfucker made $1,200. And I had to spend like what, $55, $60 a day on gas.
That's what kind of van you got?
2016 Chevy Express.
See, the T-Force up here, I mean, when we was there, they didn't operate like that. But majority of the vehicles that I was sending the T-Force was 16-footers. I was running 6 16-footers and 3 vans for Office Depot a day. So most of the stuff that we was getting was pallets of paper. And I was operating off a guarantee, so I wasn't getting a per piece. And, you know, my trucks was servicing like, you know, the medical district downtown and the south side, all the schools on the south side. But, you know, even the people that is here that's getting a per piece count, it's like a standard per piece count. You ain't coming back. Once you get your routes, you gone. But if you got an express, it's an extended length 2,500, you got a base model 1,500.
Base 2,500.
You got a base 2,500. So, yeah.
But shit, everybody else there had either that or they had like a standard length high roof. So, I mean, nobody had it extended.
So it sounds like they got a lot of volume there. They just don't have enough people.
Very true. And you know, the work wasn't equally distributed either. You know, some people, they have a nice smooth route. Like they might be out like 2-3 hours and some shit, and then the motherfucker in the next lane to him, he gonna be out, I don't know, 12 hours a day.
Well, you was new. You on the new. You on the new. So on the new, you getting whatever the worst route is. That's what you get. The people who been there, when a good route open up, you know, seniority, they go for what they want. So coming in on the new, if a person route that you taking that quit had a good route, that you ain't getting it. You getting the worst route. That's why. You know, when you coming in on that, you on the new, you gotta, you know, you gotta work your way up and through there. That's how it go.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't trying to do that though. I mean, I was breaking my motherfucking back. 11, 12-hour days every day.
Yeah, that paper ain't no joke. But you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what come along with that. You know, that office supply shit. That's what come with it.
Yeah, that shit ugly.
Yeah.
They had me deliver like 2 pallets of paper to this fucking school. They ain't even have a forklift. Had to unload them.
Yeah, you gotta unload.
I'm like, man,
but you need
hell
you need a mag liner. You probably didn't have no mag liner.
Nope.
Yeah, see, when you doing office supplies, you gotta have a mag liner, bro. You have to have a mag liner. So, yeah.
Yeah, shit ugly. But I mean, it's not that bad though. I mean, since I left T-Force, it ain't been that bad. I grossed a little bit over 3,800 my first month. Netted what, like 2450-ish, something like that. I don't think that's bad for a first month in business.
Okay. You said
Cost per mile is like, you say what?
You said doing medical?
Shit, I do everything, man. I'm doing freight. I'm doing medical. I'm also expediting for this broker, delivering aircraft parts and shit. I do a little bit of everything, but it seems like that's what you got to do to be profitable in the business. You can't just focus on one thing. You got to be on everything you can get on. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I'm with US Pack too.
Oh, okay.
I just got on. I ain't did shit with them yet.
Okay.
But I did all the onboarding. I got the little TSA shit. I'm just waiting on them to call me to finally do a run. But I'm doing medical with Pillow Logistics right now, though.
You said with Pillow Logistics?
Yeah.
Okay, I never heard of them.
Yeah, they ain't shit. They inconsistent as fuck, you know. Try to lowball you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
man, just keep hustling, man, and just gotta keep grinding, big dog.
100, man. I suggest anybody starting out do like I did, man. Buy you one cash. I paid $7,000 for my shit. 2016 Chevy Express, 178,000 miles. 7,000 cash out the door. Paid my little insurance up for 6 months. That was like $1,400. All my little equipment, that was probably like another $400 or whatever. And just have a little bit more in the stash, man. I started with like 10,000, then 12,000, maybe 12,000. I feel like that's what you need to do. And then when you get it popping and you get some consistency in your work and you get a real contract with a direct shipper, you know what I'm saying? Not no fucking contract from no 3PL and no shit like that. That's when you go ahead and you buy. If you want the Sprinter, if you want the high roof extended transit, that's when you do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But just starting out, be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, I'm doing plenty expediting in this motherfucker Chevy Express. No problem.
Okay.
If a pallet is too tall, the motherfuckers at that warehouse, they gonna break it down. They gonna make it 2 pallets for you. No problem. It's all good.
Keep it up then, big dog.
Much appreciated. Hey, man, I appreciate the content.
Man, I appreciate you for watching, dog.
No doubt. Realest motherfucker out here, man. Don't get suckered in by these other motherfuckers telling you gonna make all this good bread. It ain't happening like that. At least here anyway.
Nah, man, you know it's a sucker born every day, man. So, you know,
100.
They gonna keep going after him, but you know, we from the crib though. We ain't, you know, we ain't falling for it, big dog. You know, we cut a little bit different around this motherfucker. You did what I'm saying?
Chicago, nigga.
100, man. 100.
All right, man. Be safe.
All right, you too, man. Be smooth.
All right. All right, man. The 682 number, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Scott said I was gonna give you 2 minutes, man. So let me go ahead and put it up there real quick. Now, if somebody beat you to the punch this time, pimp, you're gonna have to wait till the next time. Matter of fact, it was 2 people, 682 and 740, whichever, first come, first serve. If not, then we out of here. Get to the gym, you dig? It's Christmas time. I'm feeling good, you dig? I done got all my nope, I got one more thing to buy. Damn. I gotta go buy that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. You know, we might not do a show tomorrow. I might not be able to do a show tomorrow. I might not be able to do a show. If I do, it'll be late in the evening. I gotta go buy one more thing. I just thought about it. Damn. Yep. All right. We giving those people an opportunity. 682 and 740. You got a minute to call in. Not, then we're gonna retire. I think I'm gonna do a late night with Mark tonight. I think I'm gonna do a late night with Mark because I already got it. The topic. I think I might do it tonight. Maybe, depending on how I feel. Depending on how I feel later. I mean 682 and 740. Got about 30 seconds. Then we out. Christmas time. It's Christmas, man. Christmas in 3 days. All right. Don't look like they calling. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the phone line down. We're going to close the phone lines for today. And we are going to head out for today. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's see. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Excursions. What was it? Excursion. Damn, bro. I got to get my glasses. I'm just going to say excursion. Appreciate you, excursion. Pippi said this year flew by. Yeah, it did. Every year fly by when you get like to a certain age, man. Time just be flying, man. It's crazy, man. I remember back as a kid seeing like time move slow. As soon as you become an adult and you got responsibilities and stuff, time move fast. I swear it just seemed like it was just the summertime. And it's already the end of the year. 2025 flew by really, really fast. We're going to continue to get to it, though. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. And I might come back later with the late night show. All right, I got to go. Peace.